Welcome back to Engaging Media, and this is episode 3 of Model 1.3. And this topic is going to be remix culture. First of all, what is remix? And many people say remix is for music, but it's not just about music, it's pretty much everything. It can be book, movie, toys, or game, and obviously song. And as long as a combination of multiple media and combine it with using existing media, and it's considered as remix. For example, memes are considered one part of remix. For example, we have two things here which is remix or memes. One, we have Attack Titan from Attack on Titan but with sandwich head, and we have Miku with bear suit. Moving on, we going to discuss for the first part, which is participatory culture. The idea of the culture that have low barrier toward artistic expression. This is create and creative work. It doesn't have strict requirement. As long you have talent, you have your camera and editing software, then you free for it. So for example, people share their knowledge for anything like the tips or doing something like me building a gunpla for free or just for reputation or commit help to grow the community. This is a sense of strong support and informal mentorship in one example. The community shift from from passive to active participant rather than being passive, like I said. Instead of watch, they try it, they live with it all along. Fandom or fan base or fan fiction. This is something that are strong for the media itself. The role as a creative engine. So for example, last year, the Stranger Things have their own dispute or from their fan because of the open-ended ending. So Stranger Things fanbase is creating their own alternative ending by animating, discussing online, or explanation of the ending show. This is the power of fan fiction. They create alternative, and this also brings us to power balance. The institution who owns Stranger Things want want to have control of their story, but fans agency, they are strong enough to create their own alternative. We can see this in many media like video game, movie, or even the novel. And as we can see, fan base, fan fiction, and fandom, they are the one who shape the community. Strong, bigger power role on their hand. This causing hype on the content or movie that has already been in the industry for so long. Fan base, fan fiction, and fandom also create meme, just like the example of Armor Titan and Bear Hatsune Miku. This is created by fanfiction and fanbase and even fandom. They recreate, redesign a poster or even character identity, just like the example that I told you. The example, fan made the trailer of movie that look authentic but it's marked as copyright for some time, and it have potentially be sued of the IP, or they can be hired for the company. Transmedia. This is slightly different from remediation that we talk about. It have gray area, 50-50%, 50-50% chance of being the official and fan created. They have a blur line in the middle. For example, a fan created an animation of the fan trailer that goes viral overnight. It could be poster of superhero movie or teaser from the movie itself. And that's is basically what remix is. It's combination of existing media with improved version that make it look better or worse. It's depending on what type of editing that you have. And another example is people doing recap and reaction on a movie or song, and it's also called remix. And this is the example that I can show to you is movie or music or any media combined with recap or reaction, it's become remix. And this brings us to the last part. Moving on to pathetic dot. So what is pathetic dot? This is the four major thing inside the pathetic dot. So it consists of market, architecture, social norm, and law. So let's move to the market first. So the market is the price of access. It's act like a paywall that give you an access legally by purchase or require an account or password. For example, Battlefield. Before I give it, and it's also affected due to the demand and supply. For example, the Battlefield 2042 is low price because it has less demand, and this make it low price for the whole entire year. So the next part is architecture. Architecture is digital environment that we can see. It act like protector of the product, and it's also connected with market where it's act like invisible wall or a barrier that required you a password or payment to gain the access of the actual property. And the third one is social norm. Social norm is a culture and community pressure, and you can see that people think something are wrong, but it's legally not even wrong. So for example, a trailer of game of GTA 6 has leaked or spoiler, people spread it around, and some part of community believe it's illegal to spread this leak, but according to law, it doesn't have anything to do with it. You can legally do a spoiler or leak. And also prejudice. People always prejudgmental on the trailer itself without even purchasing the full game itself. And this brings us to the last part, which is law. So law is a shield that are protecting the creative work of the creator. So in order to use this, you need to have permission from the creator itself, either from payment. It's to credit this creator on new type of video of that remix video without being illegal. It have a permission so we pay for it to be included in our work. And this four thing is connected, linked to each other. If one part of it fall or change, everything will change. It acts like a domino. It have domino effect on this. And this is why I call it the Fantastic Four of media. It's literally four things that are connected to each other, and that's it from me for this episode. Thank you for watching. See you guys in the last video next